Dear friends, this is Professor Madhumita Chattopadhyay from the Department of Philosophy, Jadavpur University. Today, I will discuss with you Nāgārjuna's argument as has been presented in the text Vigrahavyāvartanī. This text Vigrahavyāvartanī is one of the fundamental texts of the Madhyamika school and may be considered as supplementary to his main work Mula Madhyamaka Shastra. Nāgārjuna's views on epistemology and philosophy of language have elaborately been discussed with logical vigor in this text, which cannot be found in the latter, that is, in the main text Mula Madhyamaka Shastra. Because of its logical rigor, this text has been considered to be important for providing an insight into the kind of philosophical debates that used to take place in ancient India in the 1st and 2nd century AD. It belongs to a group of 6 works known as the Yukti corpus, which the Tibetans used to refer as a collection of 6 texts dealing with reasoning. These 6 texts are Mula Madhyamaka Karika, Vigrahavyāvartanī, Yukti Shashtika, Shunyata Saptati, Vaidalya Prakarana and Ratnavali. Let us now see the structure of the text. The text Vigrahavyāvartanī consists of 70 verses and the topics discussed here may be classified into the following. Number 1, the status of the theory of emptiness, which we can find in the verses 21 to 29. Secondly, epistemological issues regarding the relationship between valid cognition, that is prama, and the sources of the valid cognition, namely pramanam. This we find in the verses 30 to 52. The third is the semantic issues like empty terms, that is terms which do not refer to any corresponding objects. This we find in the verses 58 to 60. And fourth, negative terms like not. This in verses 61 to 65. The style in which the text is composed is in the form of a debate where the objections raised by the opponents have been stated and the answers have been given by Nāgārjuna. But here Nāgārjuna's style is something special. He does not state the objections one after the other and replies to it and then passes on to the other. Rather, the style is that all the objections are stated at once and then the replies are given to those objections one after another. In short, the text seems to be divided into 2 parts, one containing the objections of the opponents, which is stated in the verses 1 to 20, and the other their replies, namely verses 21 onwards. This specific structure has led some modern thinkers to regard the text to be written by 2 different writers. The basic objective of the Madhyamika system has been to establish the essencelessness of all entities of the universe. In consonance with the notion of abhyakrita vastu or unexplicated points found in the early Buddhist literature, Nāgārjuna in this logico-philosophical discourse aimed to establish the identity of essencelessness, nishsvabhāvata, of things with emptiness or shunyata from the ultimate point of view. For this purpose, Nāgārjuna developed a special method of logic which is referred to as prasanga, that is reductio ad absurdum, which often deals with chatushkoti or tetralemma. The method consists in enumerating all logically possible alternatives regarding a particular concept, and it is generally believed that there are 4 such alternatives, namely yes, no, both and neither. And then Nāgārjuna aims to show that each of them ultimately leads to some kind of absurdity. In short, Nāgārjuna's method involves two steps. Number one, enumeration of all the possible alternatives, and number two, pointing out the absurdity or contradictory nature of each of these alternatives. As all the possible alternatives regarding that particular concept have first been enumerated and then have been shown as leading to absurd consequences, it follows that the original position or view is not tenable. This method of Nāgārjuna is technically known as prasanga, which has later on been followed by most of the Madhyamika thinkers like Buddhapalita, Chandrakirti and others. In order to show you the application of this method of prasanga, we start with the example of the analysis of pramana. Pramana plays a very important role in Indian philosophy. It is with the help of such pramanas that existence of the different objects can be established. Though there has been controversy among the different schools regarding the number of such pramanas or means of knowledge and their nature, yet the existence of such pramana has been accepted by almost all. Nāgārjuna is contesting this belief with his logical method. He starts with questioning the existence of such pramana. How can such pramanas be established? There are two possible answers. Number one, pramanas are established independent of other pramana, or they are established through other pramanas. But none of these alternatives can be accepted. Acceptance of the first alternative amounts to the denial of the basic statement of the opponents, namely, with the help of pramana, all objects are established. For pramana itself is not established with the help of pramana. Moreover, acceptance of this alternative will create an inequality or discrimination among the different objects of the world, as some will be established by pramana and some will not be established by pramana. Hence, there will be a need to specify the special reasons for this discrimination. To avoid these difficulties, if it is accepted that pramana itself is established by another pramana, namely the second alternative, that alternative is not also acceptable, for it will lead to the fallacy of infinite regress. The absurd consequence of this infinite regress will be that there will not be any beginning or any middle or any end in the series. As such, it will not be possible to reach the epistemic rock bottom which the pramana is thought to provide.